Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CareLink Personal Software Educational Live Webinar. We are so excited you're able to join us today. First, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Rhonda Avery, and I'm a registered dietitian and a Medtronic diabetes educator. I'm here tonight with Cheryl Cormani, who currently uses our MiniMed 670G system and works with our marketing team.
Thank you, Rhonda, and hi, everyone.
Today, we will walk you through how to register for CareLink personal software, how to upload your pump information, and different ways in which you can share your report with your provider. We will also share some tips to help you prepare for your next televisit.
I'm excited about the tips you'll be sharing with us today, Rhonda. I recently have transitioned to doing telehealth visits with my healthcare provider and have kept my regular 3-month appointment for my checkup on my diabetes.
Cheryl, it's so important to keep your regular scheduled visits. Thank you for sharing. Let's start with the basics and learn more about how CareLink personal software can help you with your visits between you and your healthcare provider. CareLink personal software is a therapy management software for people with diabetes. It provides personalized insights to empower you to make diabetes therapy decisions. This software helps people manage their diabetes by converting data from your insulin pump, continuous glucose monitor, and blood glucose meters into easy-to-understand reports, providing insights about your sugar levels. To access CareLink personal software and upload your pump information, you need to go to this website, www.carelink.minimed.com. If you try to access CareLink personal software from an unsupported browser or operating system, you might see a message like this pop up before you enter the website. You can click the blue Continue button at the bottom of the screen to continue. The CareLink personal software login page will look like this. If you have not registered for an account before, follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen under the Login section. It's called Other Resources, How to Set Up Your Account. In order to set up your CareLink account, you will need to click on Sign Up Now. Select United States of America as the country, and then fill out the form. We will look at these steps in a moment. If you have previously used CareLink personal software, you can simply log in with your username and password. From our previous sessions, some people had asked about what to do if you forget your password. If you forget your password, click Forgot Your Password. Most of the time, the Forgot Password email is then delivered to you within a few minutes of the request. Sometimes it will take a bit longer, but not more than a couple of hours. So now let's quickly run through the initial steps of registering for the first time. So to start, let's click Sign Up Now. Then select United States. In order to accept the terms of agreement, ensure that all 3 boxes are checked and then click Accept. Create a new username and password. Passwords are case sensitive and can be any combination of letters or numbers from 8 to 32 characters long and include 1 uppercase letter, 1 number, and 1 special character. Once you complete the required fields, scroll to the bottom of the page and click Submit. Once you have completed the registration, you will be returned to the sign-in page, and now you can log in to sign up to upload your pump. To upload pump data for the first time, you will need to install an uploader. Let's watch this video which walks you through installing the uploader.
The CareLink personal system now has a new way of uploading. This improved experience requires fewer updates and is easier to set up and use. The new uploader replaces the old Java method. Uploading your device data to the CareLink personal website helps you understand more about your diabetes management and allows you to share your data with your healthcare professional. The first step is to sign into the CareLink website and click on How to Install Uploader. Then, click the download link in step 3 Save the file to a folder that you can find, like your Downloads folder. Double-click on the downloaded file to start the installation. You may need to have full access to change your computer settings, also known as administrator rights. You may also be asked to enter your computer's login password. On the first screen that pops up, select the language that is easiest for you to read. Select Next to begin the installation. Then select Next to continue and begin the installation. When asked, or meter are not plugged in, and select OK. When the installation has completed, select Finish. See our additional instructions on how to upload and review your reports. For more information, visit our website.
All right, now that you know how to install the uploader, let's move ahead and walk you through how to upload your pump data. You will need your blood glucose meter or USB that came with your pump. If you have lost your meter or it is broken and your pump is still in warranty, please call 24-hour technical support at 1-800-646-4633, option 1 to request a meter replacement. Let's watch this next video to provide an overview of uploading. Don't worry, we will share it with you after this session.
Uploading your device data to CareLink personal software allows you to take a more active role in managing your condition and allows you to share your data with your healthcare professional. To begin, plug in your CareLink USB or the meter that came with your insulin pump. Use the white CareLink USB for Paradigm pumps or the black CareLink USB for MiniMed 600 series pumps. It may take a few seconds for your computer to recognize it. Next, enter your username and password to sign into CareLink personal website and click on Upload Device. The uploader will start. On the first screen, select Add Device for each pump or meter you wish to upload. You only need to do this once for each device. Choose whether you want to upload a pump or meter. In this example, to upload your pump, click Add New Pump. Select your pump model. As an example, for the MiniMed 670G system, select MiniMed 600 series and click Next. Type in your pump serial number. Find your pump serial number on the back of the pump, type in the serial number, and click Next. The next screen lists things to watch out for before you can upload successfully. Make sure your device is ready by reviewing the checklist on the screen. Click Add Pump after the test is complete, and you can start your upload. Once you've added your device, you'll be able to quickly select that device from your list. After selecting the device that you want to upload, check to make sure your device is ready and click Upload Now to continue. Click Upload Now, and in a few minutes, you'll be able to get your CareLink reports. With CareLink reports, you'll be able to learn more about your diabetes, which will allow you to take a more active role in managing your diabetes. If you haven't already, ask your physician if they'd like to link your CareLink personal account and automatically get your data without uploading in the office.
I want to highlight one important reminder. Make sure you select your pump and not the blood glucose meter. You will be prompted to enter the pump serial number. This will ensure that all the pump data is uploaded, including your blood glucose data, insulin usage, and sensor data.
I usually download my pump data a day before I go see my provider or a day before my televisit to make sure that I'm ready for the appointment.
This is a great best practice, Cheryl. Now let's discuss generating and viewing your reports, as well as options to give your provider access to your reports. After uploading your pump data, this is where you will find your reports. Here you can select a specific report to view. You can check with your provider to learn which reports they prefer you to look at and send to them. Some favorite reports to look at include, for the 670G pump, the first highlighted report, which is the assessment and progress. Other platforms such as 630G and the Paradigm pumps, you can look at the sensor and meter overview reports, and a lot of people also like to look at their device settings snapshot. This is a great report to keep on hand in case something ever happens to your pump. I would like to take a few minutes to show you a few things that I like people who are using the MiniMed 670G system to learn about in their reports. These include time and range, total daily insulin usage, glucose trends and patterns. These are some insights you can familiarize yourself with and monitor over time. This part of the report shows time and range. Time and range helps you see the amount of time you stayed in range. Time and range is defined as the amount of time on average you are spending between 70 and 180 milligrams per deciliter each day, and is shown in the green bar. If you are seeing percentages of time in the less than optimal ranges of 40 to 50 milligrams per deciliter or 240 to 400 milligrams per deciliter, you should discuss this with your provider for fine-tuning and adjustments. This table shows you the distribution of your insulin usage. Take a look at your insulin total daily dose. How much insulin do you use on an average day? You can use this number to see how much insulin is needed on a monthly basis. What about changing your infusion set and reservoir? Are you changing it as recommended by your provider? This is generally every 2 to 3 days. In this graph, you can see your glucose variability during the selected date ranges. There are 2 color-shaded areas of data. These are referred to as plots of information from your continuous glucose monitoring device. The blue plot is your pump and sensor information from the dates in range A. This is generally your most recent glucose data. Your data from date range B is colored in orange behind the blue plot. The majority of your glucose readings during the period of time selected will fall into the blue and orange shaded areas. How wide the shaded area is indicates the degree or amount of variability in glucose readings you are experiencing during that time of day. A narrow shaded area means less variability or more stable glucose readings. You can also quickly point out and see times where you may be running a little higher or a little lower. This section of the report should be reviewed with your provider to see progress from your last visit or your last device settings change. Do you see less shading in the blue plot below 70 milligrams per deciliter compared to the orange plot?
Oh yeah, I do see that.
That lets you know the previous changes are working. So using these graphs can help you identify time spent below 70 milligrams per deciliter or the amount of variability that you're experiencing. This is a great way to start discussing with your healthcare provider any changes that may be needed.
Sharing that, Rhonda, it helps to see how I'm doing over time. Rhonda, what are some ways I can get these reports to my healthcare provider?
There are a few ways you can make sure your healthcare provider can see your report. In your provider's CareLink system software, they have the ability to link to your account. Another way to share your reports is to generate the PDFs of the reports and send them to your provider as an attachment in a secure manner. It could be by tagging the email as confidential or through a secure clinical message portal.
Thanks, Rhonda. That's really helpful. Let's talk about televisits. I recently started doing my 3-month regular checkup with my provider through telehealth. My provider is able to see my reports, and like I said, I always try to upload my data at least a day prior so that everything is ready for her to review. I didn't know my healthcare provider had the ability to see my reports remotely until one day I asked the question and discovered that this was an option. Rhonda, what are some things you recommend that I should ask during my telehealth visit?
Well, to start, uploading your pump prior to the televisit is a great start. By having your pump information already uploaded and accessible by your healthcare provider, you are already providing a lot of information about how you are doing and how your pump is working. This will generate a lot of discussion, like your glucose trends and any adjustments needed within the settings and ratios. Make sure that you write down any other questions you might want to ask your provider. For example, if you're experiencing a lot of highs or lows at specific times of the day, make a note of this so you can discuss it with your provider. Prior to the visit, I also recommend you visit diabetes.shop website to make sure that your supply orders are up to date and that no prescription or paperwork is needed from your provider that you might need to follow up on. The newly renovated diabetes.shop is a mobile-friendly website that makes managing your diabetes supplies with Medtronic easy. You can see all you need to know about your supply orders 24/7. You can see your order's target ship date, product and quantity details, progress, and any actions that are needed from you. To access diabetes.shop, go to diabetes.shop where you will find a quick start video that will walk you through the different sections. You can watch this video at a later time or at your leisure. If you already have an account in place, you can also click the sign in.
Thanks, Rhonda. This has all been really helpful.
So since we went through a lot of information very quickly, I wanted to reference a few key points for you. So first, in order to upload your pump, you'll want to go to the CareLink personal software website. The website again is www.carelink.minimed.com. Second, if you're needing a meter to upload your pump, you can request a replacement meter from the 24-hour technical support line, 1-800-646-4633, option 1, to request this replacement. If you're using your meter to test your blood sugar, it will download the pump, even if you're not testing. So if you're not using that meter to test your blood sugars, it will still be able to download your pump. Kind of think of that meter as acting like a bridge. It's grabbing the information from your pump and wirelessly transmitting or depositing that information into your computer where it's accessible to you and your provider to see those reports. This link here, www.medtronicdiabetes.com/CareLink Personal, is where you can find resources. All the video links that we have shown during the presentation today will be there for you to review, again at a later time if you need assistance setting up your account. So the first question is, which operating systems are compatible with CareLink Personal software? So as you can see, we have a wide variety of software platforms that can be used. So quite a few different operating systems. The unaccepted systems include Chromebooks, tablets, or smartphones. So the upload needs to occur on an actual laptop or desktop computer and by visiting the CareLink Personal website. Another question that we frequently hear is around using the Java applet. So we strongly recommend for everyone to download the uploader. You can see it's highlighted here to how to install the uploader. The uploader will help you have a better and faster uploading experience with less issues. So even if you've been using the Java option in the past, you can switch to the uploader at any time simply by downloading it. Okay, so let's see some of the questions that have been submitted through the WebEx.
All right, Rhonda, a couple ones that are coming through. We have one that says, what if I don't use the Contour NextLink meter? Are my blood glucose values still stored in my pump?
Okay, so if you're not using the Contour NextLink meter, it's important that you manually enter those blood glucose readings into the pump so your physician can see all of your readings. Sometimes what happens is we enter the glucose readings when you're high and you're giving a correction bolus or a mealtime dose, but we don't always enter those good numbers or numbers that are low, and those are important numbers for your physician to see as well. Having said that, I want to add to that, It's also important to add your carbs and enter those into the bolus wizard. Again, this gives you and your provider a lot more data to help you make the best therapy decisions and help you get the best blood sugar control.
Awesome. The next one says, there's so many reports available. Which one do you recommend as most valuable?
So we kind of talked about a few of those. With 670G, a lot of people like to look at the assessment and progress report because it puts all of the information on one page. You can see your time and range, your current sensor glucose trends, and some of that insulin usage data. Those of you who are using a different pump platform, such as 630G or our Paradigm pumps, a lot of people look at the sensor meter overview report, which gives a lot of similar information. And for everyone, the device settings page is really good to look at. You can also talk to your healthcare provider. They may have a specific report that they like to walk through with you or that they feel is more important for you. So please check with them as well.
Great. Oh, here's a good one. If I stop seeing my provider, is there a way that I can unlink my account?
Yes. So under the My Info, you can uncheck the clinic to remove their access to your CareLink personal account. And then you could give your information to a different account if you needed them to have access.
That's great. I've been seeing my endocrinologist for years, so I didn't know that myself. You learned something even on these participating. Another question that came in is said, I don't see the orange color in the assessment report, only the blue. Why might that be?
So if you're not seeing the orange section, you either may not have data for the time period that is selected for that orange period of time, or you may not have selected it. So when you go in to generate the report, you can always specify those time periods up at the top of the report.
Perfect. Oh, Rhonda, here's a tricky one. We are getting questions about using an app to download. Can we use the app to download?
Currently, there is not an app for CareLink personal software available on smartphones or tablets. So again, you have to use a laptop or a desktop and go to the website in order to download your pump information. There is a CareLink app that people find. That app actually is used for another division within Medtronic.
And it looks like that is about it.
That's it? Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. This page is listed here, www.medtronicdiabetes.com/CareLink Personal. We'll have links with all of these videos and resources to make it easier for you when you decide to download your pump and set up your CareLink personal account.